Thank you for your patience. Kind of tired, kind of drained, but I have a message for you. I really don't know who you are, but this has been hitting me to my core because it resonates with me. Gonna wait for some people to come into the house. Oh, go on. Eve. Oh my God. Confirmation with the name Eve. Oh my God, I want to cry right now. Gonna wait for as much people to come into the room. Oh, go on. Can't even see it. Nakwabi. Josh. We got Rosalind, Nailin. We got Ben, Kimberly, Lisa, Ida, Ashley, Jasmine, Pistol Pete. Can't really see that, darling. Bellelyn. I'm gonna wait for some people to come into the house. I got a message for you, gang gang. KHI. You ran on my mind. Sis, she was on my mind. I don't know why, but I'm glad you're here. This message must be for you. Thank you, gang. My daughter done it for me, thank you. My little hairstylist. Thank you, David. Thank you. I fell asleep with a message. The message was so deep. It had me emotional in my feelings because it hit me. It spoke to my situation. Don't make me cry, gang gang. I've just started, Beach Goddess. I don't want to cry. Let me get some tissues because I think I might have to cry on this reading. I'm not sure. Kind of emotional. Not sure why. Let me get some tissues. Kind of deep, gang gang. Kind of deep. You had a hard day as well, Pete. Who's that? Bet. T. You had a hard day as well, T. You too, Beach. So for the people that's been going through an emotional time, not sure why, could be the energies, could be life. Crying is healthy. Thank you, Amanda. Exactly. Laurie, today has been a tough one. Today wasn't it, the real Onisha Nicole. So I'm feeling exactly what you're feeling. Okay. I thought it was me. So I stayed to myself. I started to pray, to meditate, tried to explore why I was feeling the way I was feeling, even though everything is going right, Lillian. For once, I can actually say things are going right. So why do I feel so emotional? God proceeded to show me different preachers, different teachers speaking to my insecurity. Me, the one that shows up every day. the one that hits live and speaks to everyone else's insecurities. They were speaking to mine. You was crying, gang gang. I'm sending out so much love. So much love to the collective that are emotional, not feeling quite themselves. I have a powerful message for those of you that are undergoing this powerful shift. Prayers are going out. I wish I could meditate with you, but it's really late. Do you know what? F it. We're going to meditate. We have to meditate. The energy is calling for some meditation. Virgo, Jennifer Lynn, I'm sending out prayers to you. That is the best I can do for you. Right now, I'm trying the best to hold on to myself, my children, my family. So what I'm here to do is to speak a word. I love you, gang. To your spirit. As I speak to you, I'm going to speak to myself, okay? So I'm going to be so transparent to you. I'm going to speak a word to myself. And in speaking to myself, they said I'm going to speak to you. I'm going to speak to my insecurities. The things that have seemed to be riding my spirit. Even though recently things have been falling into place. It was funny. That high priestess, please pray for me and my son, Ezra. Biblical name. You haven't seen him since June. You've been in custody. Oh my God, you've been going through it, gang. Oh my God, I'm sending out so much healing right now to that high priestess and her son, Ezra. I'm going to speak to you because we've all been facing a giant. It's funny how God sets it up. I had a message. The message was really from yesterday, but I kept it till today. So as I was getting ready to come out, a preacher came on and was speaking to my insecurities. And the chapter, I don't know the chapter, but the person they spoke about was David. And how David was hidden. The youngest of 6, doesn't matter where you fall in that category. You wasn't seen. You was pushed aside because he was put to the back of the house. So when the king came looking for someone he could anoint, because it wasn't done, you remember, to be royalty, you have to have royal blood. David didn't have royal blood. He had favor. He had favor. You're in custody, gang gang. I am sending out so much healing, Adelissa, at this time. Whatever custody matter you're dealing with, I'm just praying for healing. But I know there's healing today. That's why I'm here. If this message was ever going to be a negative one, I wouldn't have showed up. But literally, I was on my knees worshiping, thanking God, thanking Jesus, who I believe in. Doesn't even matter about a name to me. Just thanking Spirit for the release of this healing, of this restoration. Because it doesn't matter. You could go from the pit to the palace. But if you still carry the same mindset, nothing's not going to change. And that's what I'm learning. That's what I'm learning right now. To really do the hard work. The hard work is never really over. You can't ease up on yourselves. The same way you would coach a client, you have to coach yourselves. In those times where you can't find me, where you can't find someone to speak a word of encouragement, I came to a place where I was showing up for you, but I wasn't showing up for myself. I was showing up for you, but I wasn't showing up for myself. I started to push myself aside. So I'm speaking to your giant. We're going to call it your giant because that's what David had to face. A vacation, I would love it, but right now, I can't, not yet. Let's put your names on the check and we'll carry on. That high priestess. So David was out in the fields tending to sheep. A shepherd. Nailing. Thank you, gang. So that's high priestess. Nailing. Amanda Torres. Thank you, gang. Right. So facing your demons. And I call it your giant. Your giant, it seems bigger than you. You've made it seem bigger than you. Because it's all about how you perceive it in your mind. How you perceive that thing that's standing in your way in your mind. So we're speaking to your perception of your giant. I love you lot. I really went into deep thought today and then I fell asleep just thinking about it. Just thinking about how you have to be royal blood, but a king came looking for David. Came looking for him. Came looking for someone to take over his throne and found himself at David's house. Saw all the other brothers, but the spirit wasn't right. He was moving by spirit. So I feel like the message really is this. How you perceive your situation is very important. How you look at your life and your current, past, present situation is very important. It is vital. Because we create giants for ourselves through trauma, through conditioning, through many situations that happen in your life. After seeing all the brothers, the king asks, do you have any more sons? Isn't there any more? Don't you have no more? Because when you move by spirit, you don't really know why you're there, but you know that there's something there for you to do. So the king was moved. So he asked, do you have any more sons? They said, yeah, the dumb one in the back with the sheep. So you might have been called dumb. You might have been dumbed down. You might have been put to work from an early age, had to look after everyone else, had to serve. You might have had a really hard life. They might have forgot about you in the fields. So I feel like I'm speaking to a lot of Davids. There you are, very much hidden, right? Ashamed of you. It felt like David's dad was very ashamed of him. So they're ashamed of you. They hide your value because they don't see it. They devalue you because they devalued David's worth. Do you know who David is? David was making way for Jesus. He moved Jesus's bloodline from the pit to the palace. If it wasn't for that strategic move by God in the Bible, bringing the king to David's house, then Jesus wouldn't have been born from royal descendant, because David was not born into royalty. David had favor. And it was funny, I was thinking about it. And it's just like you. You're not born into royalty, but you're going to have favor. You've had favor. That word favor, despite your life, you survived. You survived. Favor in itself. You survived where others didn't, where others couldn't. So I just see this word favor, and it comes in small doses for some. Because David was a musician. He was a poet. He was a content creator. He was very artistic, but very underestimated. David was the underdog. The underdog, the one less favored by people who knew him. People that knew him didn't favor him. But he went on to rule nations, to be the vessel where Jesus was birthed through. So I see someone coming to find you, to give you favor. I told you, I really meditated on this message. And literally, I feel like your giant is going to unlock your next level. Because if it wasn't for David's giant, I don't think he would be so famous. If it wasn't for David taking a stone, which the stone was his faith, he didn't have anything. He just had a stone. To me, that's you giving it your best shot. David gave it his best shot, and his giant fell. And imagine this. Before I came out, Tasha Cobbs and Kiera Shear was singing, "You Shall Break." It says, "Chains of insecurity, you can't stay here. Nights of anxiety, you're not welcome here." So anxiety, insecurity, these are all giants. These are the giants. So your traumas have created giants in your mind. Making you think, it's given an illusion that it's bigger than you. Because you lot come to me every day with problems you believe are bigger than you. But it's an illusion, gang. It's an illusion. And that's why we want you to see through that illusion. Because no matter how big your giant is, you have the power to slay it. Insecurity, anxiety, feelings of low self-esteem, not feeling good enough or up to this job or this task or this mandate, because this mandate just feels bigger than you. This mandate feels bigger than me. It feels so bigger than me sometimes. I get scared. I retreat. I allow it now to become a giant. I'm going to speak to my giant. Sometimes I am insecure, not so sure of myself. And that's a giant that I talk to regularly, I defeat regularly in my life. David became ruler over many, but it wasn't until he was operating in his full capacity, walking in his full purpose, and it was only confidence, which was the God in him. It was the faith. He didn't have nothing else. He didn't even have his family's support. He didn't even have his family's love. But what David had was favor. You feel hot? What David had was favor. David was broke, dressed like a tramp. But yet, David had favor. The king looked beyond what David was wearing, how his family spoke about him, and still came to find out for himself and chose David. So I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what your family are telling people about you. It doesn't matter what your friends, your ex are spreading about you. The message is you're going to find favor. Favor in unexpected places, from unexpected people who have power to appoint you into office, into powerful positions. Just like David. I see some of you being called to nations. You are the one making way for the one that's going to lead the world. I don't think you understand the scale, how intentional God is, your creator is. Nothing is by mistake. When you're building a legacy, you're opening some doors, not just for you, but those that come after you. They're walking through those doors. And I don't think you understand the power that is coming out of your loins, out of your belly, out of your bloodline. It doesn't stop with you. It might not even be about you today, I heard. Today the message was, it might not even be about you. You might be the one to open it for the person coming after you. Because David, it wasn't about David. David had to be put in the right position so that Jesus could be born from royal descendant. Because unless David was put in the palace, Jesus would be born in the field. So I'm telling you, when I tell you that you're royalty, this is favor. You was born into a family that were baroque. Didn't have shit. Nothing. But out of all of your family, you're the one to find favor. They're going to talk so much shit about you. Not gonna. They've been talking shit about you. Trying to make people not work with you. Because they tried to make the king not even find him in the back. They hid him in the back. They called everyone else but David. Sounds like Cinderella, right? Some of you are modern day Cinderellas, modern day Davids. Hidden. Treated like shit, while your sisters and brothers were treated like gold. You had to serve them. They tried to make your shoe fit them. They tried to make your shoe fit them. So they tried to take your blessings. Can you think about it? Think about the analogy. Is that the right word? Analogy? In Cinderella, by this point, they know that shoe doesn't fit them. But yet they still won't tell the truth. So they're willing for you to lose your blessings so that they do not lose out. So someone is willing to take your blessings from you, to hide you, to hide the fact that you're favored. It's just like Cinderella. They knew it was her shoes. Just like David. By the time he had finished talking to all the sons, they knew there was one more son. But they didn't identify you. They didn't talk about you. They didn't put you forward. It didn't validate your worth to anyone. So I see some people coming in, and especially one in particular, because it's a king. A king is just an important person that can change your life. This is changing your lineage, because from that point on, David became royalty. Royalty. And that was by default. And that was only by favor. Because he was born into a whole different family. Taken out and brought to the palace. But what really made David famous for me, I remember the story, was the slingshot. And everyone was scared of a giant that was terrorizing the town, right? But little old David, with his little slingshot and one stone, which is really him facing his insecurities, his fears, his doubts, because the giant was standing in his way of the throne. It was standing in his way. So I believe that the fight you're going through, the giant that you're wrestling with, is standing in your way of your next level. Do you know, to unlock another level, what do? Beat that demon. Beat that giant. So a lot of you are at the end of one level and you're about to unlock a new level. And now you're tussling with your giant, you're wrestling with it. And it might seem bigger than you. You might need to be beaten 1, 2, 3, 4 times and come back. Because I remember on Resident Evil, me and Carisha had to beat that demon about 10 times before we finally completed all levels. So you might not win the first time around. So whatever you're doing, it might not work out the way you want it the first time around. But you gotta keep doing it. You gotta keep attacking it. Because every time that we attacked that demon, that devil in the Resident Evil, we found its weakness. We found another weakness. So I believe even in the loss, there's a lesson. Because I'm not going to tell you it's all going to be wins. You might have to take a few losses. Because in the losses is the lessons. Because I'm telling you, if I didn't lose everything and my legs, I couldn't be here speaking to you. It took for me to lose to start winning again. And I mean everything. So I didn't just come here and start winning my battles. I lost them all. One giant after the other knocked the fuck out of me. Because I didn't know who I was. I was looking at my current situation. I was looking at the family I was born into. I wasn't looking at the fact that I was favored and that God was favoring me. I wasn't looking at the fact that I was already royalty, despite being birthed into the most impoverished family in the UK. We were poor. We were so poor. We had locks on cupboards. Cockroaches running around the house. I grew up so poor. I adopted a poor mindset. And I carried this mindset throughout my life. These last 2 years have been breakthrough years for me. Because it was the pauper mindset, it was the poor mindset that was holding me back. Thank you, gang. It was the mindset, that mindset of lack, of not enough, not being enough, not having enough, just not enough. I still wrestle with it. So I've come to speak to your not enoughness. Because I feel like a lot of your giants are just, I can just put it under the umbrella of not enoughness. Not enough. You don't feel enough. Something's not enough. You've never had enough of it. This message is one of hope because it was so funny to me that I fell asleep and I found myself in the palace. It was so funny. I was in the palace and I don't know whose palace it was, but it felt like mine's. It felt like my palace as I wandered from room to room. I was just walking. I can't tell you how much rooms I visited in that palace. But I didn't see one single soul. It was just me and the palace. And then I felt a tap. And when I looked up, I took a screenshot. 222, gang. I had to fall on my knees and cry. Because for the past 48 hours, the message that has been coming through is that I know you've been born into families that don't love you. I know your families hid your value. They tried to hide your worth. They put your light under a bushel so no one could see it. Some of it was snuffed out with sexual violence, sexual abuse. Because this was made to fracture you, to break you down. There's a breaking down of your spirit. This is not a person, this is a spirit doing it to you because you have divine favor. I want to say something, and only those that have an ear will hear it. Before you was formed, God knew you. You was chosen before you was formed in your mother's womb. You have divine favor. You're born into a family that has nothing. Had one of the hardest lives, because David had a hard life. Exposed to the elements. Exposed to the hardest experience a young person, a young man, a young woman should have to face. But this was with purpose, because everything that David went through, everything was the reason why David was the only one who could face that giant that day. No one else could face the giant, gang, but David. No one else was equipped to face that giant and defeat it but David. So I know you've been through some hard things, but it's equipping you for something bigger than you. It's bigger than you, and only you can do this. You are going through the hard knock schools of life. You're watching people that have this education, and you're wondering why not. No, you wasn't supposed to go these routes. You were supposed to learn through experience. Your experience is what's setting you up to be able to slay some demons that no one else can slay. I see you being demons. You know Buffy the giant, the vampire slayer? That's you. You've been anointed. I'm telling you, every part of my body is electrified. It's on fire. You have been anointed to slay demons in the spirit. There's favor on you. Your experiences is what sets you apart. My hands are on fire for you. My hands are on fire for you. Your experiences, because I feel them, have set you up that you can fight demons in other people's lives, and they're giants. Giants that people feel like they can't face, they can't beat. You've been anointed to pastor over people. David was a pastor, a shepherd. So you've been called. You are being called to lead, to be a shepherd. And these people are not sheep. They're souls. They're hurt. They're experiencing and facing the same giant you beat. The same giant that you keep beating again and again. That giant's killing them. It's stamping them out. And you are being called to rescue these people. So when you ask, why me? Say, why not me? Because you have been anointed in this time to kill some devils, to slay some giants in the spirit. And not everyone can do this. Not everyone will survive this. So I need you to refocus your minds and the way that you're perceiving your whole entire existence. Your whole entire existence was not by chance. Every single event is going to play a significant role in your future, in your purpose. Listen, you say, but how come I abused though? I was abused. I was raped multiple times. And this is the reason why I can speak to you. This is the reason why I can slay a demon in the spirit with my voice. I can move your belly and move your soul. Because in a time like this, I've been anointed. I have faced my giant and I have won. My giant looked just like yours. My giant looked like yours. It was sexual abuse. It was rape. It was drug addiction. Low self-esteem. Daddy issues. Mommy issues. Sexuality issues. These are all the giants that I'm beating. And I continue to beat every day. Every day. My hands are on fire. I didn't understand the depth of the message, so they had to put me to sleep to show me. Your feet are going to walk in rooms that your ancestors could only dream about. Your ancestors could only dream about. You are opening doors. I don't think you understand the message that I woke up to. The preacher was saying, some of you think it's about you and it's not. It's about who's coming after you. It's not about you. You're the one that's the vessel to open the door. You're the one that's putting the family in position. I hope you can hear it. Some of you are merely the vessel. You're going to be birthing some powerful queens, kings, emperors. They're warriors in the spirit. And they're coming through you. You're the teaching tool. You are raising up so much giant slayers. And some of them are not even going to have your DNA. This is why you're going to have a lot of following. You are raising up giant slayers in the spirit. It's like God said to me the other day, like I literally heard it and confirmed it today. So I'm not sure if that palace is mine, and I'm honest. And I'm okay, because I'm going to be sorted out anyway. And I'm okay with that. Because I understand that I'm a vessel. I'm here to activate, to give birth to you, to you, to you, to you, to you. This is what it is. So it might not be my palace. It might be yours. It might be yours. This was the message that I got. Was that I'm going to be okay. But I need to be okay with being okay. Because I'm going to be a vessel. Some of us are going to be that vessel. The activator. To activate you. To walk into your palace. My hands are on fire. So I feel like I'm here to activate some people. Because the palace I was walking in is yours. It's yours. My crown chakra, it's yours. And only giant slayers will know this. It's yours. You just claim it. You just claim it. All David had to do was claim it. He didn't have to do nothing else. He just had to claim it. The king came to David. David didn't have to go looking for no king. He didn't have to ask the king, can I come in? Can I come in the club? The king came off his throne and went into the ghetto, into the projects, the ghetto of Jamaica, of South Africa, of West Africa, all over the fucking world. The king went into your ghettos, into your projects, and found you. Could have went to Beverly Hills, bruv. No, it wasn't good enough. I need a giant slayer. I need me a demon slayer. Some people that's been through some shit. How can I go to Joe and Mo who haven't lived, who had everything easy handed down for them? I need some people that's been through some shit, that survived their abuse, that survived their abandonment, that survived themselves because you tried to kill yourself. You didn't want to live no more. You survived your survival. They're coming for you. They're coming for you. Back. They're coming for you. They're coming for you, gang. The king is coming for you. You said me? Yeah, you. You in the ghetto. So stop trying to put yourself in the hills, because you're going to miss it. Come into a ghetto near you, to a project near you. All you need to do is what? Be in the right place at the right time. Where was David? In the field. He was working. He was working. He was doing what he always does. He was serving. He was serving without question. He wasn't getting paid a dime. Not a dime in money, in love, or respect. But he did it anyway. He did it anyway. He didn't get validated by not a soul in his house. And he lived with them. But he did it anyway. He didn't complain. Matter of fact, he made songs. All of Psalms is about David. And every one of them are healing. He healed himself with his songs, with his poems, with his words, because he didn't have love. So he invented it. He sang about it. He created it. He became it. He became the change that he could not see. I don't know who I'm speaking to. I got tears in my eyes. What's a chosen one? A chosen one is one that's been abused, rejected, neglected, possibly addicted. Low self-esteem, underdog, black sheep. That's the chosen one. Nothing came easy for you. I love you too. Spirit says, speak, Diana. Be so transparent. You're going to speak to someone's soul. Because they want you, gang. But you got to stop counting yourselves out. I literally feel you don't understand that your stone that you have in your hand is enough to kill your giant. It's enough. It's enough. I told you, I'm back to that enough. You don't feel like you've got enough. You're enough. You're enough. You've always been enough. That's why you came to me. That's why you go to them. Because you don't think that you're enough. But you are. So even if everyone never watches me again and they become empowered overnight, I don't care. I want to tell you that you're enough. You're enough. This not enoughness, I don't have enough. You're enough. Every single one of you on the sound of my voice now, after, whenever you hear it, 20 years from now, you're enough. I feel like no one told you this. You are enough. You've always been enough, Ma. You've always been enough, gang. Bro, you're enough. Sis, you are enough. What you have in your hands is enough. What David had in his hands was a stone. And for some of you, that's all you have. That's all you have, a mustard seed of faith. That's what that stone is. It had to be. Because if you think about it with a logical mind, how is a stone going to kill a giant? There had to be faith behind it. There had to be some faith behind it. And I just believe that David was a force all by himself. So when he threw that stone went right through that giant's skull. Just like a bullet. That's the force that is you. All by yourself. So you was wondering, how are you going to inherit this riches? So I'm going to tell you. The king is going to come to find you. That important person's coming to find you. They're going to find you. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter where they hide you. It doesn't matter where YouTube hides you, your channel. It doesn't matter where TikTok shadow bans you. It really doesn't matter. All you need to do is what? Keep working. Keep doing what you do. Tend to your sheep. Is it 1? Tend to your sheep. Is it 2? Tend to your sheep. It doesn't matter how much, because David had what? About 10 sheep. 10 sheep. But yet that was enough for him to go and rule over the whole of the nations and become the great-great-great-grandfather of Jesus. It's because of David. Jesus comes from royal heritage. So imagine, it's because of you. This royal heritage is going to be born. This line of superheroes are coming from you, are flowing from you, connected to you. I see you activating souls as well as giving birth. You know, for me, you're all my babies. So whether they're your blood babies or babies like I call you my babies, this is it. My crown chakra is speaking to you. I feel like this message is for those that know. You feel it. There's something going on in your body. I'm speaking to your very soul. I'm going to move into the second part of the reading, where I tell you that God is good. I hardly use this oracle. I hardly use it. But when I do, it's power. I asked for one. They gave me more than one. And the power of this message, someone needs to hear it. Someone needs to hear it. We're going to do a quick meditation now, as that part of the channeled message is gone. We've got it out. I feel like I've got it out of my gut. Can you like, subscribe, and share? If I was speaking to you, because it's not for everyone, and I understand it. Hit that like button. Your head is pounding. I was speaking to you, Miller. This is it. Iron is now sharpening iron. My crown chakra is going off, so we are communicating in the spirit. This is telepathic. You are speaking back to me, so I know I'm speaking to someone. Speak back to me. Hit the like button. Speak to me. Speak to me. Like, this is so spiritual right now. I'm moving in the spirit. There's a reason why God brought me out of the church. Understand it. Understand it. My faith is everything, and it moves mountains in my life. 5, 5, 5, 5. Oh my God, are you ready for the shift? Are you ready, gang? I didn't understand it, you know, but God said, just move. I will make it clear, Diana. I'll make it clear to you. I'll make it clear to you. I didn't understand my emotions that I was going through. I was trying to unpick it, but it wasn't for me to understand it. It was just for me to speak it. Let me get the bowl and let's go into a quick meditation. Quick meditation as we raise your vibrations now and we go into activation. We are going into activation. I believe for a lot of you, this is really an activation. It's a confirmation. This is what you need. This is what was needed. Latoya. Tasha Cobb says, curse of insecurity. You can't stay here. Night of anxiety. You're not welcome here. So tell your anxiety you're not welcome here. Tell your insecurity it cannot stay there. These are your giants. It's not the devil outside of yourself. This is it. I'm going to be as real as I can be with you. Jesus is in the building. I love you, gang, gang. Let me get the meditation bowl. We're bringing you back to faith. Even if it's a nugget. That's what we need. That's all you need. That's all David needed. That's all David needed. Faith in yourself and God. That God hasn't forgotten you. Because I'm sure when David was out in the field, he could have thought God forgot him. Didn't forget him. Sent the king to come his ass off a throne and find him in the projects. Find him in the ghettos. Find him on the street in the shelter. In the shelter. Find him in his car because he didn't have a house. Find him on the side of the road. It doesn't matter where you are, is the message. It doesn't. It matters what you're doing. Are you serving? Are you serving? Even from your little place on the sidewalk, are you serving? Are you helping someone else? You are running a marathon, Crystal. This is a marathon. And you're nearly at the end. I told you, feel the burn. The burn. Some people need to hear this. It doesn't matter where you are. You thought you need to be over there. No, you don't. Just serve. You thought you needed 10,000 followers. No, you don't. Be faithful to the one. David was faithful to his sheep. 2, 2, 2, 2. I love you, God, you know. I love you, I love you, I love you. David was faithful to his sheep. That's your message. Be faithful to the sheep that you have. To the people that look up to you. To the people that follow you. Whether it's 1, 2, 20, 1 million, doesn't matter. Be faithful. Because it was the fact that David was faithful with the 5, the 12, how many he had. He was able to be put on a throne and have millions, if not billions, subjected to him. Do you understand the power? That is you. 1010. Do you understand the power? So you're feeling you have to be born of royalty. You don't, but you are. Do you understand? You don't, but you are. They're going to come and find you. It doesn't matter where you are. As long as you're serving, they are coming for you. They have a lot of influence. Goddess of many waters. I really don't know who needs to hear that, but I hope it confirms some things to you. Keep doing what you're doing. Whether it's 1, whether it's 2, whether it's 1 million, doesn't matter. It's not about the numbers. It's about the serving. It's about your heart. Keep doing what you're doing. David wasn't watching anyone else. He was too busy in the back with his sheep. With his sheep. He didn't care what his brothers or sisters were saying. He knew that they hated him. So he kept out their way and he tended to his business. He tended to his sheep. And because he did that, and because they tried to hide him, tried to take his blessings, because by now they knew it's him. Cinderella, by now they know it's Cinderella's shoes. But they still want to take your blessings though. They still don't want to say it's you. So they would rather you miss out altogether. But God favors you. You are highly favored. So I believe in this season, it's not just about a season. I believe you're favored. You didn't even realize it. That's the reason why you survived. When some people didn't. They took their lives for things that you have overcome. They were murdered and didn't make it out. But here you are. So I don't know who I'm speaking to. But Spirit says you're here. And they're coming for you. They're coming for you, gang. They're going to make your name great. Your name will be great. Oh, I feel it. So they're going to make your name great. When they come, they're going to restore your name. Restoration. You're the underdog, babes. They're going to find you in your ghetto. They're going to find you where they hid you. So don't worry. Let's get the ball. Let's get the ball. I'm coming back. Quick meditation, and we go straight into the reading, and I go back to my bed. So I feel like I've completed it. Not sure if I'm going to come back out. You know me, I'm not sure. Oh my God, it's 4 a.m. in the morning. Oh my days, gang. You lot don't understand. You don't even understand. Look. This card came out, 444. Oh my God. 1414. I'm going to tell you what they mean. And the last one was 8888. If you understand, let's get this done. Let's get this done. Let's get this done. I've come to speak to your giants. Your insecurities, your fears, your not enoughness. They're coming for you, gang. They want you. It is you. You in the project. You in the ghetto. You the underdog. They speak bad about you. Throw dirt on your name. Devalue your worth. But despite all of that, they still want you. They still want you. Your name is changing. You are being pulled into a destiny you cannot even imagine. I was walking in your palace. Your palace had so much rooms. Room after room after room after room. You're going to the palace. They're making your name great. Your story will be history. Superheroes will be birthed from you, from your blood, from your words. You're going to inspire a generation. They're going to be inspired by you. You wondered why you went through what you went through. The word is inspiration. A generation is going to be inspired by you, by what you do. So keep tending to your sheeps, because as you know, sheeps multiply. And they multiply quite fast. So your sheep will grow. Your herds will grow. You're building a legacy. And it's starting with the people. Starting with the people and their minds. Let's get into the message, guys. Let's get into the message. It's kind of powerful. Wagwan. Wagwan. Making your name great, gang, gang. Making your name great. Don't watch my eyelashes. They're falling off. Get them done. So we got 3 angel numbers. We got 3 angel numbers. Let's get that one. Very nice. 444. And it was funny, it was 444. Trust yourself, trust your wisdom, and your psychic ability. So believe in you. If no one else does, believe in you. David believed in himself. He wrote all of Psalms. Whenever you're feeling down, you can get a Psalms that will make you feel okay. So a lot of you are artists, musicians, content creator, influencer, because I hear you can be an influence. An influence. So you're going to have a lot of a lot of influence. Influencers. So be careful what you're influencing. 1414. Maintain a positive mindset. Very important, gang. I can't stress it enough. I cannot stress this one enough. Because it's easy to be negative. It's much harder to be positive. That's why we worship. We put music on. We meditate. We do things to counteract those moments when we start to feel down, where doubt starts creeping in, where you start remembering what he done, what she said. And it says 8888. Gang, a quadruple of that one blessing. Abundance, wealth, good fortune. That sounds like the Wheel of Fortune to me, where things turn around unexpectedly in your favor. But you need to keep thinking positive, gang, because I know you're in the project. I know you're in the fields. I know you're in the ghettos and you can't see no way out. You've got to trust that it's you. You got to. You got to trust that you know what your blood clot know, because you're the high priestess. You're the high priest. You got to trust that you are the psychic. You are the seer. The seer is the one connected to source, to God. So you got to trust yourself. It's not about them trusting you. It's not about you trusting them or me. It's about you trusting you. This is your giant that we've come to battle today. We've come to call your giant by its name. Doubt, insecurity, fear of success, fear of failure, but just overall not enoughness, not enough love, not enough validation, not enough support, not enough strength, not enough finance, not enough time, just not enough. So we're coming against this giant of not enoughness, because you are more than enough. You're more than a conqueror, gang. You're more than a conqueror. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. You're more than a conqueror. You survived. You even survived yourselves, some of you. Just like me, you tried to take yourselves out. And God came in and said, no, touch not my anointed. You've been anointed for a time like this. You wondered why you were spared when you was ready to go. For a time like this. Perfect timing. That song, it was you pulling me through. So you've had this force pulling you through. You can't quite explain it, because some of you haven't even grown up in faith, so you wouldn't even call it God, but you've had this force pulling you through your darkest and deepest traumas and nights. That's the God in you. That's the God force that you're connected to. Source has never left you. God never left you, gang. The connection got severed. This message is for those that know. You know. I don't have to say much more than that. You know. It's for you. Your name will be great. They spoke about David. He's dumb. He's an idiot. He's out there in the field, bruv. What do you want with that tramp? He's good for nothing. So they don't expect much from you. Now, could you think what they thought when the king walked out the door with David? Adopted David. Stole David. Said, this is my son. I'll take him. You don't want him? I'll take him. So even though they rejected you, there's some people that want you, gang. And they're going to make your name great. They're going to change your name, as a matter of fact. You're going to have a lot of influence, a lot of power. Enough so to slay giants. To slay giants. And it really is your faith. What the king, what that important person is going to see in you is the faith, is the God in you. Despite your conditions, your life, here you are, still serving, still giving, still being positive, still being encouraging, still uplifting. But you don't even get that though. Someone's going to see that in you. And they're going to change your life. Let's get to the message so I can get to my bed. 1, 2 here. No problem, gang. No problem. Today, I can't read all these messages. Straight message. I'm just concerned with the one that's coming in. That I'm so focused on it. One, 2 here. Like literally, it feels like they're doing this, 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 this. Right. So I was shuffling. I asked for 1. I got 1. Never been done. With me, with these decks, I usually only get 3. 1, 2, 3. It makes sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a lot. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. Shit then. 14. 14, 14. Maintain a positive mindset. And those 4s, trust yourself, your inner G. And if you add those 4s, 4 and 4 is always the 8s, right? If you trust it, gang, I told you, God's going to change your story. This person's coming in to change your whole entire existence. I see it so clearly now. I was like, what is this about? So mumbo jumbled, but it's clear. The first card, the day that I was born, is the 19th. The number 19, which is 10 completions. The healing temple of the lunar light. Life cycles, energy healing, communication. A lot of communication with source is happening this November. I feel it. There's so much going on, so much downloads for the collective, so much dreams, so much visions. Also ending of karmic cycles. You are entering periods of healing. I can just see water overflowing. So I just feel like you are being healed. Your ancestors are being healed through you. This water is running deep. So Tasha was significant because Tasha is a chain breaker. Some of you are battling this giant of sexual abuse in your life, or domestic violence. You're the chain breaker. It stops with you. It stops with you. Healing. So things are coming to an end. Some of us accrued karmic debt coming to the end of this cycle. Also speaks about some of you experienced some deaths recently, but these deaths or suicide or murders, however they were, are the catalysts to your change, to your shifting. Because you are going into the palace. You are. You will be in that palace. So all I can see is palace, palace, palace. I feel like restoration. Something's being revealed, something's being healed, and there's a restoring. Can you see? There's a revealing, there's a healing, and there's a restoring. So things are coming up. Emotional. Very emotional. My ears are going off. Very emotional. But you're healing. You're healing, gang. And here you are being restored. Growth. So where it was dead, when there was nothing growing, what you thought was dead is about to grow. There's healing. I don't know who needs this, because there's things dying all around you. People, dreams, your goals, you. This is for you. Restoration speaks to you. That verse. God's gonna restore to you all the years that the cankerworm destroyed. So over the years, the devil has tried to destroy you. A scripture in the Bible says God's going to restore to you all the years. That means some years were stolen, right? Your childhood. It's going to be restored. Jacqueline Carr, you have been restored. You're being restored, girl. I'm telling you. Restoration is not easy because we got to file that shit down to make it feel just right and smooth. So you might feel me putting pressure on you. You might feel some pressure again as you're being restored. Because we got to sand you down. We got to make you just be just right, the right texture before we varnish you again. So you are being restored because life, people, demons have come in and worn you down, chipped you down. Restoration, gang. And this is deep. I felt your ancestors are feeling this healing from you. You are an open vessel for healing for your bloodline. I want to cry, but I want to hold it. It says manifesting miracles on my screen. It says manifesting miracles. Free, free, free. Some of you are manifesting miracles. You are attracting your heart's desire. Receive it, gang. I don't know who this is, but there's a message on my screen that says manifesting miracles. Attracting your heart's desires. Free, free, free. I put free, free, free on this reading. We are sending this message out to whoever needs to hear it, whoever needs to receive it. It's yours. It's all yours. The palace that I was walking through belongs to you. It belongs to you and whoever comes after you. They're going to enjoy the fruits of your hard labor. You're working hard so they don't have to. You're doing this so they don't have to. I'm not here to answer your question, peace and love. You need to trust yourself. Stop putting all your trust into me. Pull it back into you, into God. Trust the wisdom and the downloads that you are getting. Trust that you are the psychic, that you are the seer. And when you do, when you connect with this reality, while maintaining a positive mindset, it will turn around for you. Stop giving your power over. I am not taking it. I give it back to you. But you have others who take it, take it, take it. I give it back. I give it back. The power belongs to you. It belongs to you. Don't hand your power over. I'm only here to confirm something. Something that was already given to you. Because you're already the seer of your own life, of your own destiny. But your giant just might be standing in the way. And I just come to smack him out the way. Get out the way. Giant, move. Move, giant. That's it. That's why I'm here. To shift your giant. To move your giant. That's my role. You will see your purpose once I help you move your giant. Because you got the power to do this. Let's get the message. get the message. I'm kind of excited. Kind of excited. Number 19. Number 10. Completions. So this is the healing temple of the lunar light. Life cycles, energy healing, communication. I see a lot of healing, but I also feel a lot of healers. Do you know you're a healer? Do you not know you're a healer? You are lighting up my hands. I'm in the presence of my Reiki healers, energy workers, airbenders. The power to manipulate the elements. They're coming for you. The cycles of the moon, of the lunar, beings who dwell within the skies above this planet have great powers to help you let go, to help you revive, to help you grow, to help you celebrate, to help you heal in all of these aspects. Likewise, the lunar lights heals us as newborns, then as children, then as adults and as old ones. She reflects these cycles in her these stages in her cycles, and no matter what point we are at on the wheel, we can find within her healing light and the water she blesses at every stage of the cycle. A sense of who we truly are, and bring ourselves to a place of rest and wonder within each stage. Let's get to the message. Maiden, mother, and crone, hunter, father, and sage, all alike must enter the temple of the wisdom of our cycles. The temple now calls you to honor this stage of your life that you are at. Each stage has its own challenges, and as you begin to honor where you are on the wheel, there will be healing of your energies within. The very cells within you, the DNA inside each cell, will respond to this healing light of the moon, which is calling you. You will begin to find serenity and solace that the daylight cannot give you. So you've been kept up at night because you are being healed by the moon. And within these moments, if you let your gaze soften, you may see revealed to you the healing temple of the lunar light. Spend time with the moon outside, which lies between the worlds, which is there for you when you open up and allow yourselves to receive their blessings. And as you receive, so shall you learn and become the healer who walks in this world and whose energy can change those all around you. They're calling you out. So they want to activate you with this moon. You wondered what these moon cycles meant for you. It's all about the activation. You wondered why you couldn't sleep. Strategic moments when you should be praying, meditating with the moon. Moments of deep, profound activation. Gang. Illumination. I will gladly enter the healing temple of the lunar light, for there I will find what I have been seeking for so long. So whatever you've been seeking, it's here. The very cells in your DNA are healing. Profound shifts. Profound change. The crystal path. Look at the number. Look at the number. You can't make it up. The number 14. Your path has been lighted up. Illuminated path. A predestined one. This is you. Mineral spirits. Crystal beings. The number 14, the number 5 for change, for shifts, for tower moments, unexpected ones. So a lot is going on. Mineral spirits, crystal beings. There are crystals that connect and communicate. Both those within the earth and those which lie in the stores in our homes are part of a greater crystal community like the Moldavite that I've got in my Isis. And even while they may be far from their birthplace, they are often called into meetings with original crystals, which transfer more of their gifts to each of the crystals related to them. So you charge up your crystals. I use selenite and the moon and the sun to charge my crystals. Because if you understand the power of selenite, it's a charge. It's a powerful crystal, along with the Moldavite. I can never say this one. Oh, obsidian. There you go. Grounding, protection from negative energies. More connectiveness with spirit, with the Moldavite. Opening up doors, spiritual ones, that you need to be ready to walk through. So it says, let's get to the part where the message is. In this way, you are a part of a soul family, where even when you may not be physically present, you are called in to commune and soak up the energies necessary for your soul on its journey. So you're part of my soul family. And when necessary, Spirit calls you, when I go live, to soak up energies necessary for your soul on its journey. Each of us is a part of a soul group and family. And when we connect with the crystals, so I've got mine, you've got yours, something powerful is happening. We too are becoming a part of their soul family. And they become a part of ours. And our paths from a time intertwine and weave about. You will be called into the master class for your soul soon. When you are, there will be crystals present, charging you with the energy of the crystalline energies that are both of this world and galactic and universal. This crystal path is cared for by those who understand the mineral magic of the earth and know that it connects us to other worlds, other planets, other times and places and beings. This crystal path, this one, is opening up for you, before you, and the deepest lessons of this sentiment mineral beings is yours to explore right now. I am part of a crystal family, and I am called home to work with them A path has been prepared for me to find them. Gang, you are a part of this crystal family. You are being called home to work with us. A path, a table has been prepared for you, gang gang. For you. 42, the tree of souls, the tree of life, the tree of knowledge. This is your eternal connection to source, to God. They can't take this away from you. This is the thing that they tried to hide. Your connectiveness, your favor. Collective wisdom, kinship group, library, Akashic records are opened for us. Use it. Look at the moons that we've been having this year. Crazy, crazy moon cycles. Why do you think that is? The opening of the Akashic records. We can't allow the 1%ers to have all the knowledge and use it against us. We wanted to tap in, to open up yourselves, to be open. It says, as a collective, that number 42, that balance, that order being restored in your faith and personal relationships. That connection to divine, that two-way giving and receiving of energies, of time. Gonna get straight to the message. In the hidden worlds, we have places and beings who are literally the storehouses of the wisdom of the ages. The Akashic libraries do not always appear as books of light, although this is one of their forms. So this is the Akashic record right there. So too are the whales and their songs, which also hold part of the great wisdom necessary for the universe to continue. This tree is but one of those places, and perhaps it is yours. This tree, when meditated upon, when connected with in a true sense, can offer to you the wisdom of your soul kinship group, ancestral knowledge. Yes, but there is a collective wisdom, a soul group of which you are a part of. And through connecting with this tree, imagining it, feeling it, honoring it, you can help the balances of the universe. This tree holds the spark of your soul and all of its wisdom. Do you know what this tree is? It really signifies source, God, all that is and ever was. The burning bush. Every moment of wisdom you have, every second in which you choose to express kindness and compassion, feeds this tree of light. This tree of souls, and in return, this nourishes all the other souls connected to the tree. For we are unique and individual souls. Yes, yet we are one. And this is a place where we come together, a tribe of light. Leaves on the trees, its roots shining and vast. And we are sheltered, nourished as keepers of the light. This is your soul tree, gang gang. I love you. Know you are not alone. And that every act of what you would call goodness benefits not only others in the human world, but the progression of their souls through its path in the universe. Every soul a star shimmering upon this tree of light. It says you belong to the universe and you are part of a great collective of souls who help and nurture each other throughout lifetimes. And look, I told you, who are you? You are the seer. You are the high priestess. You are the high priest. Gang, gang. It's time to trust you. I'm not saying you shouldn't trust us, but trust you. Alright? The number 41. The number 5 again. So 2 5s. 5 5. A lot of changes are coming. Future prospects. Decisions to make. Seeking guidance. Once when we sought to understand what will come to us next in our lives, we turned to oracles, to seers, to people like me, and the wise ones who knew the uses of the sacred tools, who gazed into their depths and saw patterns emerge that would apply in our lives. Now, we are most often our own seer. Spirit wants you to be your own seer, to look into your own life, to look into your own soul, and to listen to it. Or we entrust ourselves to the reader or the friend or to the counselor who understands our psyches. But with this card, you are asked to trust that there is a cosmic seer, a seer of the hidden worlds, God, Source, that will come and whisper to you. To you. I told you. You're like me. Yeah, you. In the projects, in the ghetto. You out of all your siblings and brothers. You. God speaks to you. The king chose you. Came off his throne, her throne, divine throne, to choose you, to speak to you. Because you're David. And God is the king, right? About to make your name great. About to make your name great, has been whispering messages to you. Wow. So with this card, you are asked to trust that there is a cosmic seer, a seer of the hidden worlds who is gazing into a crystal orb for you. Trust that she sees what will come and she will whisper it to you through dreams and signs and synchronicities. Your unfolding of your future. She will murmur to you in moments of peace, strange words, so you can do what needs to be done in the present, so the future can be what it is meant to be for you. Some of what is come to us is written. It is a part of the structure of our souls that certain events or people and possibilities will link with us and intertwine with our days. But there are other events that we create and we choose, and that is where she can help you. She asks you now to look deeply within you, to make choices that are in your best interest, to unravel some of the distance between yourself and God that has developed. Take up the precious tools once again. Make a moment to see clearly. Connect with God. God's calling some people out. You haven't been spending time in spirit with God, and you are being called out. They are. Make a moment to see clearly and know that the Ancient One, the Creator, the Seer, sees all things, is with you to help guide you into a future that is bright. I got goosebumps. That is bright with prospects, rich with meanings. Give thanks for what is yet to come. And as your mystery shows herself, be ready. Be ready. I was giving thanks. That's why I took long. It says, I see my future clearly and create it consciously with every choice I make in the present. So it's time to see your future clearly and now create it consciously in your mind. And with every choice, movement, action that you make in your present, you are seeding it. You are watering it. Oh my days. God. Resurrection. Didn't I say that? Restoration. Resurrection. Jesus rose on the third day. So they crucified you. Do you know what? I just want to say this. I don't care what seems dead in your life. I don't care. Resurrection. Restoration. It's coming back. It's your year for Jubilee. This is your Jubilee year. Where what was stolen from you, I got goosebumps, your ancestors, is coming to you. Is beginning through you. It's going to flow through you. Come to you and flow through you. Come to you and flow through you, because you are manifesting miracles. You are attracting, that's a magnet, your heart's desires. Ha! 32, 5, 5, and another 5. 3 5s. Come back. Hallelujah. You're making a comeback, they said. You're making a comeback. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you're making a comeback. You messed up. It didn't go to plan before. Whatever this was, the relationship, the business plan, the whatever, you are making a comeback. So you are coming from the back. You're the underdog. You are coming up from the back. This is a rebirth. Transformations, metamorphosis, phoenixes arising, coming from the back. You're learning to walk again, learning to talk again. Ooh. All things are made new, they said. Renewal. A renewal. I feel like it's a renewal of your spirit, of your faith. And with your faith being renewed, nothing can stop you. Nothing. 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 Like, to me, the devil came in to destroy your faith, is what I feel. It came in and it made that person come in and destroy your faith in God. Disconnected and separated you. But you was never separated. You just felt that way. You truly felt separated, right? Truly felt alone, right? They said you was never alone. That's why you're here. They never left you. The seer saw everything. They've been saving you from things you have no idea about. Pulling you out while you was putting yourself in. Pulling you out while you was putting yourself in. You wondered why you was pulled out. Why they were pulled away from you. Pulling you out while you was putting yourself in. 32. Another 5. So you're undergoing major shifts, which can only be radical rebirths, right? It's radical. People around you think, what is going on with him? What's going on with her? You don't even look the same, sound the same, chat the same. You're different. It says you're making a comeback. This is your comeback year. You are about to make a comeback after a difficult time. While you were struggling, friend, there were those in the hidden worlds, what I tell you, who watched over you. Oh my days. What did I just say? So it didn't feel like it, but they were watching over you. They were making sure not a devil in hell could touch you. You wondered why. You was like, but you was putting yourself in, and they were pulling you out. It wasn't meant to be. So you are about to make a comeback after a difficult time. While you were struggling, friend, beloved, there were those in the hidden worlds who watched over you, even when it seemed that you was facing it all alone. Throughout the times when you felt the most abandoned, the watchers took the very strands of your fate within their hands and began to weave together the broken threads and unravel strands of your destiny. Did you hear what I said? Throughout the times when you felt the most abandoned, God, Spirit, the watchers, your spirit team, your ancestors, took the strands, because it was strands now, of your fate within their hands. They took it upon themselves and began to weave, to fix, put back together. What was broken, they began to weave it back stronger than before. The threads and unraveled strands of your destiny, yours. There may have been subtle moments where you noticed this work taking place. Times where hope slighted upon you, flickers of hope, and you felt glad to be here again. Finally now, you will have the strength to make the return to the life you have longed for. All has been prepared for you, and you have work to do in this lifetime. Beloved, good work, sacred work, loving work. It is time for you to begin again and feel the shimmering possibilities all about you. For there will be moments of serendipity and synchronicity where you will follow the intuitive prompts you receive from within and from those who have watched over you. The divine has watched over you, gang, and helped to recreate you. Oh my God. It says God has watched over you and helped to recreate you, to rebuild you, resurrect you. That means you died. You died. You died. You died, gang. Some of you tried to commit suicide, but for most of you, it's a spiritual death. You was dead spiritually. There's a resurrection. The resurrection's happening. There's a resurrection happening. You feel it, right? The divine has watched over you and helped to resurrect you. Because you're a phoenix. I can see a phoenix. God is the potter and you are the clay. So literally, he is molding and making you into his image. remolding you again. Because I feel like you was born in God's image, right? But then you had all these snakes that came in and molded you in theirs. Molded you in theirs. So now God's got to come back in. Divine's got to come back in now and remake your mind over. Change it again. Give you a new mind. So you can see yourself the way God sees you. Because I feel like you're not seeing yourself the way God sees you. And to see that, you've got to have a renewed mind. A renewed mind. One of a child. So I believe your mind is being renewed as well as your spirit. And some of you, your body, I feel like physical strength is returning. Physical health, mental health. It's all part and parcel of the same thing. So God has been watching over you, molding you, resurrecting you, until now you are reborn. Tingles within the same life. Seeming to be the same person, but so very much more than you have felt you were before. So you're not the same. Tasha Cobb says, I can't even sing it. I am not the same. I've been changed by your glory. So you're being changed. You're being changed by your connection to God, your connection to Source, your connection to your Creator. You look the same to the outside world, but you're not. You're not. He says you're not the same person. So they're talking about you like you're the same person, but you're not. They don't even know this person. You're so much more than you was before. You're deeper now. It says the soul contracts have been recreated. So you're making new soul contracts. Oh my God. Someone needs to hear this message. Because you have been bound in the spirit. Like whether it was you, your ancestors, there were soul contracts took out. And it says that the soul contracts, God has recreated them. You have been freed. You have been freed. So whatever was chaining you, whatever was holding you, whatever contract, known or unknown, whatever weapon of warfare, whatever spell, you are free. It says you have been freed. And there will now come a realization that the wholeness and the beauty that you have so long searched for has been on the inside of you all along. You've been looking for this wholeness, for this. It's been inside of you the whole time. So you're just waking up, spiritually waking up. Oh my God, it's me. I'm the chosen one. I'm the one anointed to find me, to heal them. It's you. You need not die to be reborn in this lifetime. You will not die to be reborn in this lifetime. But you must let the things that kill your spirit fall away. Let the things that are killing your spirit, and you know what they are, fall away. And give them no more energy. No more. This now is your purpose. To preserve the beauty you have discovered. To keep the joy of the spirit alive. It says you are being reborn. Your old self is no more. You are changing into the new you. You are meant to be. That is deep. I'm going to say it the way they said it. I am being reborn. My old self is no more. And I am changing into the me I am meant to be. I am being reborn. My old self is no more. The phoenix in you is rising. And I am changing into the me I was always meant to be. Something was hidden from you, and now it's been revealed to you. And it's you. It's you, gang. You were searching for it. That thing that was going to change it for you. It's you. We're not even halfway through this. I'm going to flip through these. The meditation. The point where you connect with God and Spirit. Your prayers, your meditations, gang. Your application to the spirit realm. That's where you applied. That's your application. Your supplication of prayers, of meditation, of deep thoughts. It's where you surrendered. It's where you cried. It's where you found profound sense of awareness of self and insight and clarity and healing. It says peace, relief, sanctuary. He that sits in the place of the Most High. So when you retreat to your sanctuaries, your sacred places, this is where you are most at peace. Because that's where you're at most in connection with God, with Source. And this is where your peace is. And if you haven't found your peace yet, we are calling for you to get into prayer, to create a sacred space in your house, in your home, in your life, and invite God in, invite Spirit in, invite your Creator in. Spend some time to bring peace in your minds, peace in your storms, peace into your situation. So let's read this card. It's the number 8, the number 26, which breaks down into the number 8, which is your connection to all things divine, to Source. It's never ending. It's also a two-way abundance, a giving and receiving that never ends. It's the infinity sign. This being is in meditation. Do you know what? She's holding the space for you to enter when you are ready. Just like I hold space for you, I believe you are called to hold space for a lot of people. We start praying a lot more, meditating more. That's why they say spend more time alone in meditation, in prayer. So when you are ready, so you too can break away from the dominant constructed reality, which is a lie, and enter into the truthful song of the Spirit once again. Because you are, some of you, not all of you, are believing the lie, the constructed lie. You're not moving in spirit. You're not moving in spirit. Take a moment this day and feel your way into a piece of time that you can claim for your own. Remove yourself for several long precious moments from your egos, from competition and the rush and the hurry, and sink into the earthy realness of the land outside. In this moment, open up your eyes. Open up the eye that lies within you. Find your way along the pathways of spirit and safely travel there. Inside, go in. Surrounded as you are by this cleansing, clearing smoke. Sage. Find your way to the place where you can explore the expanding nature of your soul, its infinite light and possibilities, and spend a little time there. reminding yourself of who you truly are. Because when you spend too much time on social media, out in the world, you lose yourself. You forget who you are. Time to connect back with you. Because you're too busy looking at what they look like, you've forgotten what you look like. In this way, you will knit yourself together again. You will put yourself back together again. The pain of your expectations, of the pressure of life, of the physical dimension will ease for a time if you go inside, meditate and pray. And you will return refreshed and whole, with love guiding you. In this way, you will stay close to your inner truth, and the pain of dissonance will slowly decrease until it is no more. Meditation is no luxury. It's my soul's food and drink. And I will no longer allow my soul to go thirsty, to hunger for the true source that nourishes us all. So meditation is no luxury, gang. It is your soul's food and drink. So you need to be meditating and praying. It says you should no longer go without this, making your soul go thirsty and hungry for its true source, which nourishes us all. Oh, the number 22. In meditation, you gain great insight and clarity and messages. That's a Virgo card. You are a sage. You are an oracle. You are a prophet. You are a messenger. You are a modern day Moses Messiah. You are the oracle. Messages are clear to me right now. It's mad. God is good. I've got goosebumps all the way through. It says, from which mystery does insight arise? And just like that, the word incest wants to come out of my tongue. Some of you were dealing with incest in your family. You are breaking generational chains and curses, gang. From what place do your words flow? And how can you connect so deeply that you write of the stars and their secrets? Right. When you connect truly deeply, you can literally become the link between heaven and earth. My throat chakra. So when you truly connect, you become the link, the conduit, the channel through which God uses on the earth. The link between the worlds, and through you can flow a pure and clear energy, a wise energy which can guide and comfort and enlighten, a compassionate energy that can see beyond differences and find communion with those with whom we share this world with. It is time for you to connect deeply and find the quiet in between times so you too can take up your pen and write. They want you to write. Sit quietly and connect and feel the flow of energy that is your proof of your belonging, not only to this world, but to the worlds that lie beyond the sight of your eyes. You are the one who can share the knowledge. You can write of the stars. You can understand the power of the pen, of the words that flow, and of the magical tools that you can gather about you. This is a time to grow stronger in your magical work, gang, to learn how to use the scrying ball, to work by the soft enchantment that is candlelight, to turn your gaze towards the stars and draw down the wonder to reveal what others cannot see in your works. Be the wizard who creates the bridges between the worlds. Alchemize the seen and the unseen, and let the wisdom pour through the pen and into the words that will flow out of you. It says, I am an instrument of the divine, which pours through me and into the world. You are an instrument of God, which pours through you and into the world. Powerful. Powerful. Mm-mm-mm. 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 I can feel the Holy Spirit all over me, gang. The healing temple. And it looks so much like that card. This card was life cycles, right? The healing temple, both, and lunar light. But you got the healing temple again. And this specifically says restoration, cures, safety. Jesus, you're good. God, you're good. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are being restored. And I'm going to stand out on the waters by myself when I say, someone is going to be cured. They're going to cure you. You are being restored. Your mental health. You was diagnosed with something. There's a cure. You're going to be safe. Restoration, cures, safety. The number one. The number one. Once there were temples of light, where we would return again and again for delicate and subtle reweavings of energies within our system for healing. Light and color, sound and pure vibrations were our medicine. And with this attention to our total well-being, we were whole and nourished and charged with the fullness of balanced life force. This energy is returning to you, revealed through a glimpse into the dimensional worlds where your healing still takes place. This card marks the beginning of a journey into healing, your own physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual healing. This healing adventure takes place because of a chance meeting where you are introduced to a person, a place, or philosophy that is creating a pathway for you to immerse yourselves in restorative process before you. This healing has links to the ancient methods used in the temples of long ago, where light and sound were interwoven within pure spaces to rework and reweave the structures within the body, mind, and soul. This ancient methodology is slowly being fed into your world. And while it is ancient and sacred, it can also be found in the most sophisticated of modern hospitals through the technologies being developed, which can assist all of us when we have need. Your own personal healing journey is beginning, and you will be met, guided, and cared for as you move through this process. There is a place of great safety and calm for you to return to, where the vibration is loving and pure, focused and high, and you will respond to the care, the energy, and the complete immersion into a healing environment. But first, you must enter. The guardian of the temple has opened their arms to welcome you. The choice is yours, gang gang. It says, I now accept the powerful healing being offered. So it's up to you to accept it or not. The hidden worlds, changing consciousness, awareness, extrasensory perception. So you are accessing the hidden worlds. You are a wealth of knowledge. You are lightened up. You are moving. You are here to change and raise consciousness, to create awareness with your extrasensory perception. That number 38 is the number 11. A master number, an ascended master. I believe that's what you're connected to, and that's what you're becoming. That's what you're becoming. I'm going to go straight to the short message. It says, okay. We share the same cellular makeup as the flower, as the fairy. We are more alike than we are unalike. And we have lost most of our sight as it lies sleeping, slumbering in the sleeping DNA within us. But when we walk under the stars, and when we gaze at the flowers, and when we see with the vision of the night, of the other world that emerges when the sun's light is no more, we can truly see. So too, while we are delighting in our senses, we are also imprisoned by their limitations, and we miss the other realities all about us, claiming all the while that what we can perceive with our 5 senses is the reality of the world, but it is not. So step beyond, dear friend, beloved one. Know that cherishing life will lead to us seeing more. When we meditate, communicate, soften the gaze and open up, something within us will wake up. And for that fleeting moment in a vision or under the different light of a friendly star, you will see the fairy who will whisper. You will hear the voices of your ancestors. You will sense what we were previously unable to perceive. Those hidden worlds lie within us in the codes that are awakening in the birth of your own senses, in the ability to finally see through the veils and know you too are a part of the hidden worlds. So when you move into the world beyond your senses, beyond those 5 senses, you can truly begin to know the infinite possibilities of what we call reality. It's time to expand your consciousness, and the hidden worlds within you and around you will open up, and you will be a part of the reawakening of the planet. You are a part of this reawakening of the globe. Returning home, transition, life between lifetimes, loving and welcome. So yes, death is a part of life. So you are going through a rebirth. You've experienced a lot of death recently. Some of you have lost a lot of family members. And the number on this card is 44. Speaks about the expansions. A lot of moving. Nothing's not going to be the same. Some things are dying. Some people are dying. Relationships are dying. The old you is dying. We sit by the bed of a loved one who is approaching their time to depart from this world, we can see their eyes change, filled with wonder as they move between the worlds and prepare to enter the hidden world of the afterlife. This time will come to us all again and again, and each time we learn more of what it means to begin to die. Dying is understood. Death and the awareness of it is not. So we sit and we take their hands, and their eyes see into realms that we cannot see at this time as they prepare to pass through the gates. And when they do, it will be to a celebration. Those who have loved them await on the other side of that gate that stands between life and death. There are no fantasies. They are present and real and beloved to the person who is departing. They will tend the souls as it rises up and shepherds that soul identity into the life that lies between lives. They will be hugged and welcomed, and tears of joy will be shed. There will be no more pain for your loved one that died. There will be no more sorrow. There will be no more disease or wounds. There they will be reunited with the others who have departed before them. And if in this life they felt they were alone, beyond that gate, they will be met by true friends, true family of their soul. If not from this lifetime, then from lifetimes already lived. The joy, the bliss, the ecstasy of that reunion is not possible for us to comprehend fully, for we are here in the midst of our lifetimes while they are there. Life can sometimes only relate to the sorrow of their passing. But I say to you now, beloved, your homecoming will be as beautiful, as full of true love as theirs will be. Between the lives we dwell for a time, and then we are offered choices for the next developmental stage of our soul. But now is not the time to talk of that. Now is the time to let go and say goodbye to your loved ones as they prepare to go home. I don't know who that was for, but it's time to let go. It's time to let go. There's no pain there. Andrea, sorry for your loss. But they're not in pain. There's no sorrow. They have been met. I've got tingles. They have been met. They're surrounded by love. They're not alone. It says, when we depart this life, I've got goosebumps. Look at this. I've got goosebumps everywhere. When we depart this life, we will all be greeted with love, light, blessings, and joy on the other side. It says, I can let go, knowing that those I love will be cared for and happy in the reunion that awaits them. I don't know who needs to hear that. That was for you. Oh, are we coming to the end? Nearly. The mirror. Other lives, past lives, dimensional lives. That mirror is a portal. So I do see open doors and I see portals opening. Open doors, open portals. You lot have lived lots of lives. I'm not even going to read that one. I know what it is. It's about you integrating your past life. Has a lot of spiritual gifts there. They are integrated in this lifetime now. You lot have lived before. This is what this awakening is. The gathering. This is us. All coming together. Connecting. All paths lead to source, right? It says the gathering, community, family, kinship, companionship. The stars. Your wishes are coming true, gang. I'm finding you, you're finding me, we're finding them. So a lot of relationships are being born, and these ones are your soul tribe. These are the ones that are gonna last. Healing the world. Look, you're meant to heal the earth. That's what you were sent here to do. And that's why we are finding each other now. Because it says collectively, it's a collective thing. Love, humility, and respect. Those are the three, what's the word that I want to use? The three virtues that you should walk in. These are the three characteristics. Love, humility, respect. As you tend to your sheep. Because look, you're sent to heal the world. You've got to treat everyone with love, humility, and respect. It doesn't matter where they're from, what their sexuality is, what their color is. Love, humility, respect. Full moon, I'm going to read this one. Full moon temple, celebrations, peak, translucent moments. Look at the temple, gang. We're going to end it. Thank you for staying. It was a long one, but very much needed. Very much needed. It says the time has come to celebrate. A moment of glory, of beauty, to recognize the sublime blessings that is with you. It is time to set up an altar within your homes to sing the praises of God of Spirit and to give thanks for all that you have and all that is to come. Look around and know that in every moment of gratitude lies a key which unlocks more gifts. That's the message. For those that know, you know. In your moments of gratitude, it unlocks more gifts. It's a key to find their way to you. It's a time to build a temple to the fullness of your spirit. Just as this moon is full, this temple has been created to expand your energy and amplify it. So too, when you build your altar or create a space within your life for gratitude, celebrations, joy, glad unions with others, the beauty of life grows more apparent, seems more present, and can be felt with every light tread of your feet upon the blessed earth. Put down the work and carve out this time. Commit to celebrating your life and recognizing the milestones of your personal soul quests along the way. Take time to create a sacred space, be it an altar or a room or a home that is a safe and nurturing space for you. Life must have its moments to delight in, and you must now find a way to bring into existence a celebration of what you have done in making it so far, beloved one. Celebrate your life. We of the hidden worlds, we do, for you are a hopeful and unique creature. And when you remember this, you will feel the ride of pleasure sweep through you once again, reawakening you to the joy of your existence. I take time to celebrate who I am and what I am becoming. Each achievement is worth recognizing, for when I do, the possibilities of life open up to me. We love you, gang. We're going to end it with Blessed Be, one of my new packs. We love that you came out. We love that you came out. We're going to end it with Blessed Be. We're going to give you a blessing. But we out, gang, gang. We out, we out, we out. We really out. Goddess pack. They gave it to me. The tree. Knowledge of wealth that you just need to pick up and receive. Like literally, you're plucking knowledge out of the ethers. It translates into money. So a lot of monetary gain. I see you building a legacy. You didn't see it because the roots were forming, gang. So you probably were broke for a long time. You're coming into a season of harvest, of where you are gathering up your fruits. So I see it. What do you need to know? I just saw the Emperor. So you are expanding your empires, bruv. You are the Emperor. I can't believe it. Wish fulfillment. Everything you desire. You're manifesting miracles and you are attracting your heart's desires. All of it. The 9 of Cups. Dreams come true. Conflict, new levels, new devils, competition. Just stay focused. There to push you. They're not there to stop you, gang. They're there to push you into position. They turned on you so you could move. You would still be in that circle. But they turned on you for a reason. So you could move into purpose. So you could write the book. So you could be the one to send the messages. You're taking note from spirit. Whatever you're writing, you're monetizing. You're making money from it. So finish your books, or your proposals, whatever that is. Finish it, gang. Your poems, whatever. I see the Emperor's expansion. I told you, get ready. Whatever you hear is going to blow your mind. God's about to do it. I told you in the other reading, something's about to blow your mind. That's abundance. It blew her mind. Told you this moon energy, we've got the sun and we got the moon. You are the sun. That's your abundance. But this is the energy that you're working with right now. This is the energy that you need to trust right now. Your intuition. You've been woken up at night. I got woken up at 222 for a reason. I've seen 333 go past. I saw 444 and I saw 555 go past. And now we're at 619. So these are all very specific for you. 222, 333, 444 and 555. Major shiftings. And it's happening not to you, but for you. So we want you to be prepared because it's happening fast and it's happening now. You're about to receive a word, a message that's going to change your entire existence. As we go into meditation for blessings for you, we go into blessings B. Let's see what they are bringing into your life. What are you hearing? There's something that you're listening, you're reading there. And the sun says it changes your life forever. You're in the palace now. You're abundant now. Oh, a blessing for good men, for good fathers. Oh, I want to cry. A blessing for good men and fathers. A blessing for good men and fathers. Deep. A blessing. I love you lot, gang. For good men and fathers. Something that the community is missing, especially the black one. A blessing for good men. They're there, but they're going to show themselves, and good fathers. You are being blessed, gang, gang. You're going to find a good man. He's going to make a perfect good father. He's a king. Woo! If you've got kids already, he's going to be a father to your children. No problem. A blessing on a resolution. You want something to resolve, right? Something to come to an end. Something's coming to an end, gang. They're blessing you. Something is coming to an end. A blessing for unity where once there was division. So you just been a house turned on itself. I feel like your family could be torn apart, but it's being put back together. Restoration. A blessing for unity where there was division. A blessing on growing older. I like that. A blessing on growing older. You will not look like what you've been through, gang gang. They're blessing you. Sending blessings your way. Woo! A blessing of fire. To put that passion, that fire back in your soul. That creative spark. So a blessing. We want you to turn up the heat, gang gang. We want you to be the heat. A blessing on a homecoming. You want someone to come home. Your children. That person. They're coming, gang gang. A blessing on that homecoming. You've been waiting on someone to come back. They're coming. These are all prayers. A blessing on a battle that cannot be avoided. So you need to fight a legal court situation, someone in your life, something, and you can't avoid it. You are being blessed in your battles. You are David. Raise your faith. Jacqueline says you will win. The enemy came up against your family, against your marriage. You will win. You're battling something here. Addictions, whatever you're battling, you're going to win it. You're going to win it. There's a blessing on a battle that you can't avoid. Someone has to battle their addiction. I'm going to battle my weed addiction. And I'm going to win. So whatever it is, you're an overcomer. You are being blessed in this season. A blessing on your love. So yes, your love life, on relationships, a blessing on your love. Woo! A blessing to bring prosperity. A blessing to bring prosperity. And a blessing on your intuition. The 8, that connection with source, the abundance. And a blessing of the air, the messages. The messengers. The voice in your head, what you tell yourself. So they are blessing your mind. Blessing your womb. Because that's where you're giving birth from, right? Whatever comes from there is blessed. Blessed, gang gang. A blessing for good men and good fathers. I love that. But in that I will counteract a blessing for good mothers and good women. Same goes. We love you. We're going to end it with your ancestors and the angels. We love you, we love you, we love you. We send out so much healing. Hope I gave you what you needed. Oh, Isis wants to talk to you, so we're going to have to get Isis. Set your sights higher, stargazers. Come on, think bigger. Think bigger. However big you're thinking, bigger. It's not enough. It's not enough, gang. You're small, small. We want big, big. Yeah, you're on small, small things. Go beyond your limitations and believe that the impossible is possible. Shit then. Windell. Go beyond your limitations and believe that the impossible is possible. Do you ever remember wishing on a star when you were a child and in your innocence believing that your wish would come true? The stargazer connects you with the energy of the cosmos and reminds you that you have the ability to draw in support from the universe. His cloak with its sparkles and lights shows that you are closer to the energy of the universe than you think. You do not have to go out looking for it. It's already here. So look beyond where you are and create even bigger dreams, visions and goals. Change your vision boards. Go bigger, go large, or go home. Because with the power and help of God and the cosmos, those wishes are coming true. They're coming true, gang, gang. You are on the verge of a miracle. I gotta come close. I said manifesting miracles, remember? You are on the verge of a miracle. All of your dreams, all of your aspirations are within your grasp. And you are being guided to focus on your vision. The angels who are with you are encouraging you. There is nothing that you cannot have or achieve. There is an opportunity at this time to heal an old wound or pattern of lack and not feeling good enough. In the past, you have often found it impossible to recognize your worth and to believe that you are deserving of blessings. Angels and ancestor wisdom is reminding you that you are an incredible and infinite spark of the universe. And the universe is not only within you, it absolutely adores you. You are talented, filled with strength, and have the abilities you need to turn your wildest dreams into reality. Into reality. Shit then. We're going to end it with Isis. That was one of the most powerfulest messages I brought today. I don't care what I've done before. This one right here. This one right here. A global reset. Speak it. Whoa, we got 3. Initiation. You are being initiated. When you are being initiated into the divine mysteries of light, of love and power, there are moments of profound challenges. The key is to find the light within the challenge, the opportunity for growth that can transform your challenge into an experience of healing. With compassion and cleverness, you will not burn during your challenges. Gang, gang. You will thrive. You will thrive. So what they thought will kill you, is going to push you to purpose. You're going to thrive, bruv. Don't count yourself out because they counted you out. They counted you out. It's up to you to count yourselves in. It says you are going through profound. That means hardship. Lost your job. You lost your life. Lost your spouse. Lost your mind. Profound. But you will not burn. You will not crash. You will not burn. You will thrive. You hear me? Proper burial for your freedom. Proper burial for your freedom. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost when you try to hold on to that which no longer serves you. Osiris, the Lord of the Dead, is guiding you now to release those and that which no longer needs to be a part of your life so that you may truly be free. Time to let go. And at the bottom of the deck, I thought there was 3, but there's not, so we'll give you one more. Chariot of Ascension, Merkaba. A spiritual practice has come or is soon coming to your attention that's going to help your soul journey. Take your time to develop, master, practice your chosen spiritual discipline. Do it regularly. This will help you grow in power and grace, anchoring that spiritual light within your body of your soul. Soul retrieval. Isis, the healing goddess, is offering you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you lost through traumas old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, much more energy and power, so be willing to go through this healing, knowing that on the other side of any emotional clearing taking place is going to lead you to wholeness, gang, to feeling whole again. Give you one more and we're gone. The dark mysteries. The dark goddess calls you to her inner chamber where she holds a test and a gift for you, beloved. The test is your willingness to meet your fears and release them. Let me start again. The test is your willingness to meet and release the fears within that have been secretly holding you back. Who's ready to release this fear, to beat this giant? Because if you do, the gift is freedom, peace, opportunity, and prosperity in all its forms. Will you accept her call? Your time for deeper initiation is here. I want to say it again. She's calling for you. She's holding a test. She's got a test and a gift. The test is your willingness to meet and release your fears within that has been secretly holding you back. The gift is freedom, peace, opportunity, and prosperity in all its forms. Will you accept her call? Your time for deeper initiation is here. It's not about what they're doing to you. It's about what you're doing to you. It says you're holding yourselves back. So will you accept this test and receive these gifts? Your time for deeper initiation is here. I love you, gang gang. This is your girl, the Virgo Tarot. TTTT gang gang. I love you. This message was so specific. Who had a ear, they really heard it. Take care, gang gang. Take care.